Join us, the head coach of the Cavaliers, Dane Damron. This wild, wacky spring season wraps up this Friday, Good Friday, 7 p.m. on the road at Mars Hill. Coach, didn't get to play Tusculum last week. A lot of guys banged up and injured. Ready to go back at it now here against the Lions. We'll start there. Talk about the job that those young men have done and our athletic training staff to get them ready and healthy enough to play this week.
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts with Kendall, with Dr. Rainey. You know, what she's had to do to get us to play. You know, with all the staff and everything this spring. I mean, it's chaotic. You know, Coach Dennehy has done it, and I have done a great job working to get field time scheduled, and the trainers have been fantastic to get our kids back and doing everything. This spring season, like you said, has been crazy and chaotic. You know, but our kids have done a great job. We were really banged up, and a lot of shoulders, just from we've not had an off season. We've not had an off season to get into the weight room. So Miss Allison has done a great job with our kids. Her and Dana and Casey have done a great job. So we're excited to take this 2-hour trip and go down and play Mars Hill.
Coach, when you and I talked when this thing started, it was really about trying to find some guys who could separate themselves and prove themselves to get ready for this fall. You've played both your quarterbacks a lot here, and they've both played extremely well, both completing over 60% of their passes. They've yet to throw an interception. Talk about these two young men and maybe kind of the game plan here going into the last spring game on their playing time, and as either one of them separate themselves and how they're doing in your eyes.
No, I think they're both doing great. I mean, I think Garrett has done a fantastic job, and he's capitalized on the opportunity because for the first month and a half, Lyndon hardly got to throw the ball at all, coming back from shoulder surgery. So Garrett's done a good job. Lyndon has been very efficient when he's got in the game too. I don't think either one of them have separated themselves. I'm sure they both think they have, and they should think that, because that's what you want from that position. But we're going to play them both in this game, but we're also going to play Tyler O'Reilly. Tyler's probably going to get the second half. It's a great opportunity for us to see him. He's done a great job through camp, working and doing what we've asked him to do. So we're going to give that young man a chance to get some reps. We're going to play everybody this game. The first two games I thought we could have won. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say we should have won. We could have won. We didn't make enough plays down at the end, but our kids have done a great job. The receivers have caught the ball very, very good. We're a little bit thin defensively up front. That's been the bad thing about this spring is Shavon and Joel and Omar have had to play they've had to play too much. And so, but we're going to go in this last one. Everybody that travels is going to play, and we're going to see a lot of kids get a lot of reps.
Something you and I have not really talked about a lot, and I don't know how much of this you want to put on film. It's a unique situation. You went for it on fourth down 6 times. You've converted 4 of those. Talk about that a little bit, maybe this spring, how it's allowed you to maybe try to run some of your fourth down plays to get ready for the fall and what you've seen in those special situations.
I mean, that's who we're going to be. We're going to statistically tells you should go for more fourth downs. And, I think as long as we try to play it by the book here at UVA-Wise, we're not going to be as good as we could possibly be, and so we're going to take a few more chances and, probably should have gone for a few more fourth downs than we have. And so, but, it has given us a chance to do some things, but, I think that anytime that you have a chance to continue to score and keep the ball, we need to try to do that. So that's something that our staff has embraced. It's something that our kids have embraced, and it's something we're going to continue to do.
You've made 4 field goals here in this short season. Talk about Drew Cassidy, and I don't know that he's an all-pro kicker at this point, but much improvement there on the kicking game side of things, and how that makes you feel. When you get in a situation in red zone, feel like you can get points.
Yeah, I feel like right now, if we get it to the 20, we got 3, and that's something in the last couple of years we've not had. That's been a failure on our part recruiting, and it's been we just and the kids that have gone there try to kick them haven't kicked them, and so I think it's twofold. But Drew's done a great job. He doesn't have the strongest leg, but he's got a consistent leg. We need to get Kellen Dalton's leg healthy, because he definitely has the much stronger leg. I think Drew's more consistent, and that's why he's been kicking those. But I'm happy with our kicking, and Drew Vermillion has just been, it's been fantastic, So I'm happy with where we're at there now. It's been a great spring, Darryl. It's been a long spring, and but I think our kids have done a good job. And so we found out some kids that can play. Some of the defensive kids in the back end have gotten to play a whole lot more than you probably would have thought they would have gotten to play, but they've done a great job. So we're excited with a lot of the young kids we got.
Other thing I think been a really big positive and improvement, offensive line quarterbacks getting rid of the ball, offensive line protecting, the improvements you've seen there, not giving up sacks, and really keeping you from falling totally behind the chains.
Yeah, that's been huge. I mean, we've thrown it over 100 times. I think we've given up one sack, so we would love to see that continue Friday night. But, Ethan Anderson, a junior college kid we signed out of Mississippi at center, has made all the difference in the world. And Iman Sullivan, a junior college kid we signed from California. Those two guys have really come in and solidified. And then Derek Cotman has just continued to do nothing but improve. Ethan Blank is a kid that, that we're lucky to have. How we got that kid, I still don't know. Him being a walk-on, coming here and playing, and he's really, really good, so he's earned what he's gotten, and he'll continue to get better. And then Roderick Ross has been a pleasant surprise at left guard. Roderick is a kid that we signed 3 years ago, and he just hadn't panned out up until now, and he's really bought into what we've asked him to do, and his effort level has tremendously improved, and so he's done a good job there. So they've done really well. And the quarterbacks, offensive line sometimes gets too much credit on too much blame on sacks, but a lot of times this quarterback's not getting rid of the football. And I think Coach Lewis and his staff have done a great job, of directing the quarterbacks where to go with the football. So we've gotten it out a lot quicker.
These are really hard to do this time of year. Mars Hill, they've played one game. They had 4 different guys play quarterback or attempt to pass at least in that game. What can you tell us about the Lions at all, and maybe some things fans can watch for kickoff Friday?
They're very multiple on offense. Coach Clifton has taken the approach this spring. We're going to play a lot of kids, and I think that's the right way. I think that's been the right way to do it. And he's gotten a whole lot of kids reps, and they've battled injuries just like everybody has. But they're going to be very multiple with what to do on offense. Defensively, they've not shown much at all. They've been very base in what they're doing, just trying to get their kids ingrained in their system. So, it's going to be a good game. We're looking forward to going down there, and we're going to do everything we can to, to play the best game that we can in this spring season. Coach Clifton and I have talked. We're going to put kids in situations where they're going to get a chance to play, because neither one of us are going to win this so-called SAC championship this spring. And so, we're just going to work to try to get our programs better as we head into the fall 21.
Coach, I got to ask, we don't ever get to do this because usually we're talking in the fall. You're a Reds fan. I'm a Reds fan. Opening day coming up. Your prediction on the Reds this season?
I think you're a little bit more high on it than I am. I've lived a lot longer than you on the Reds seasons. And, every time I seem to get real fired up about the Reds, they seem to break my heart. I think their starting pitching is pretty good. And if they can just hit, I would love to see, Castellanos and Moustakas hit like, all Reds fans thought they would. It's going to be interesting to see if the second baseman, the India kid, can get it done there. And then Senzel's still a mystery. He's got so much talent, but just hasn't stayed healthy. But would love to see him, take control of center field. And, I hope they do well. I think they're pretty good at catcher. Barnhart's pretty good, and the Stevenson kid's has got a bright future there. Amir Garrett's got to have a great year as a stopper, as the closer. You and I talked before we started here, and I don't think he can do much worse than Iglesias did. But I would love to be sitting here in September talking about a pennant chase. I love the Reds. I've loved the Reds my whole life. You've seen my office. You've seen all the bobbleheads I have over there, and I'm a huge Reds fan. Would love to see them get it done. Hopefully they hit the ball. Last year I don't think they hit water when they fell out of a boat. I saw Aquino made the roster, and I was joking with Corey Dotson the other day that while I was typing this message, he struck out swinging at a curveball. And so it would be fun to see him get it done.
Coach, good luck this weekend. Let's hope in October we're previewing one of your games in the World Series. Fans, kickoff.
I would love nothing more than that.
Kickoff from Mars Hill, 7 o'clock Friday. You can listen on WLSDradio.com. If you're local, that's 92.5 FM. Good luck, Coach, and take care.
Thanks, Darryl.